Welcome to my channel, ketomealsandrecipes.com. Today I will show you how to make this 3-ingredient sugar-free candy corn fudge, which was inspired by a popular Halloween candy corn given out to trick-or-treaters. This particular fudge is a no-bake recipe that uses my sugar-free sweetened condensed milk, or you could make it dairy-free with my dairy-free sweetened condensed milk. And if you want to support my channel, please watch all the way through to the end, because I will show you 2 different ways to make it and explain why you need 2 different size containers. For both of these you use the same recipe, it's just the technique is a little bit different. So please keep watching. And if you like seasonally appropriate special occasion Halloween treats, please check out my end cards. Now, for your information, the macronutrient ratio for the candy corn fudge made with store-bought sugar-free white chocolate is 6.3 to 1, with 3 grams of total carbs, 2 grams of dietary fiber, resulting in 1 gram of net carbs per 21 gram squares, or individual corn servings. I do have a video showing how to make my own white chocolate fudge, and using that, the macronutrient ratio for the candy corn fudge made with my homemade white chocolate is 20.6 to 1, with 0.8 grams of total and net carbs since there's no dietary fiber. And that's for the same 21 gram serving. So I leave it up to you. On this table I have assembled all of the ingredients to make the fudge. And before I get started, I want to mention you could make the sweetened condensed milk for all 3 batches in one go. I prefer to make the fudge in 3 steps, with each step having the individual batch of sweetened condensed milk. And the reason for that is because then I'm assured that I have the exact same quantity for each layer. This is my first batch of sweetened condensed milk. And by the way, the link for the detailed video showing what to do is in the description box. Begin by pouring in the heavy whipping cream and then drop in the finely ground confectioner sweetener and the unsalted butter. Cook over medium-low heat, and while you're cooking, stir frequently to help the sweetener dissolve. It should take about 20 minutes to a maximum of 30 minutes for the sweetened condensed milk in order to get the viscosity of honey. When your sweetened condensed milk is done, take the pot off your element and immediately drop in your sugar-free white chocolate and stir very well. Also pour in your vanilla extract and, while still warm, the yellow gel food color. If you're wondering, I'm just using a canary yellow, which is what I have on hand, but any bright yellow, as long as it's a gel food color, will work. And add as much of the food color as you like to achieve the nice bright yellow color. Having done that, I leave it rest for about 5 minutes, give it another good stir, and then pour it into my parchment-lined square container. Now, at this point, I would like to mention that I use 2 different sizes, depending on whether I'm making the individual corns or the squares. For the individual corn pieces, I think a 6x6 square pan is best. That's because this will result in a good thickness for the individual triangular candy corns. After you've poured in all of the yellow fudge mixture, place the container into the refrigerator for about 30 minutes. You want this yellow layer to harden a bit. While the first portion is chilling, you have time to make the second batch of sweetened condensed milk. When you have done your second batch, also drop in the sugar-free white chocolate and the vanilla if you haven't done so already. Then stir until all the ingredients are well combined. For the second layer, I'm going to use an orange gel food color. However, my orange is a little bit too light, so I'm going to also add a bit of red gel food color to brighten up my orange. And like before, when you have the color that you like, let the fudge cool a bit in the pan, then pour the orange fudge over the yellow layer. Put back into the refrigerator for 30 minutes to allow the second layer to get a bit harder, which again gives you enough time to make your third batch of the sugar-free sweetened condensed milk. And when this batch is done, and like with the other 2 layers, drop in the chopped white chocolate, stir very well, and let it cool. Pour over the orange layer, smooth the surface nicely, and place in the refrigerator. This time, leave it overnight. As I explained earlier, I used a 6 by 6 inch or 15 by 15 centimeter pan because my intention was to make only the little triangular candy corn shapes. And with this size pan, I get a thicker block of fudge. Before starting, I like to trim the edges because they're a little bit irregular, so use a guide and cut very thin edges so that you will have clean edges and sides to your cut pieces. Then take these little trimmings and use them as your reward for being the cook. To make the individual candy corns, I cut each wedge to be 1/2 inch or 1.25 centimeters wide, like this. And then lay this section flat and cut it into alternating triangles like this. And while I was doing this, I decided maybe I should show you how to make the squares. If you want to make just the squares, I would strongly recommend you use a larger 8 by 8 inch or 20 by 20 centimeter pan if you want to make the squares. This will make sure that each of the squares is a little bit less thick to make a better single serving piece. And when using the 8 by 8 inch size pan, cut it into 8 rows, rotate the pan 90 degrees and cut another 8 rows to make 64 squares. Each is a 1 inch or 2.5 centimeter individual square. This fudge will not melt at room temperature, but it might get a little bit soft. So whatever you have left over and are not serving in the moment, put into an airtight container, which you can store in the refrigerator for about 5 to 7 days, if it will last that long. Alternatively, if you find this to be too much, you could also store this fudge in an airtight container and place it in the freezer where you can keep it for several months, which is what we do. I make a big batch of fudge and then I cut it into individual pieces and freeze all my extra fudge. Then whenever we have a craving, we take out one piece, just let it sit on the counter for about 5 minutes and it's perfect to enjoy. I know that usually candy corn is considered a Halloween treat. We actually enjoyed a variety of different fudges throughout the year. So I hope that you will find this recipe something you can make and enjoy as well. Before I leave, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch my video. And please share the link with someone that you think might also enjoy my videos and give it a like. Please come back next Thursday morning when I will post my next video. Until next time, I hope you have a very happy and healthy week. Cheers!